What is up everybody, AJ here, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk you through the wireless 4G broadband versus the NBN. If you don't know, I'm a huge fan of wireless 4G broadband, but I figured I'd give the NBN a second go. If you find this video useful, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and if you really want to supercharge the way you use your PC, hit that subscribe button as well. So, spoiler alert, in this video, the 4G wireless router smokes the NBN every single time. But this video isn't just about a speed test comparison, it's talking about the differences between the NBN and wireless 4G broadband. If you don't know, for the past 2 or so years, I've been using wireless 4G over the NBN because I found that for a little price premium, I'd get way better and more consistent download speeds from wireless 4G than what I would with the NBN. I've been using Spintel as my service provider for the past couple of years, and they've been awesome to deal with. They contacted me recently and said, hey, do you want to try the NBN again? You can get a plan that's actually $10 cheaper, and the NBN should actually be faster than your wireless 4G router. So I figured if I can get a cheaper, faster connection and stick with Spintel, why not? What we decided to do was we put in a request to cancel my wireless 4G broadband, and we submitted the request for a NBN package. We went on the mid-tier package, which was the NBN 50, but still, according to Spintel, that would be a much better connection than my wireless 4G. So we've put in the request, and they said they're going to send out the modem, which arrives in 2 or 3 days. When the modem arrives though, it wasn't plug and play like the wireless 4G. I actually had to wait another week or so for a technician to come through and connect the rest of the NBN.
What's going on?
I'm just waiting for a mate.
So if I compared that to setting up wireless 4G versus setting up the NBN, with wireless 4G, they send you the modem, the SIM card, you plug it in, hook it into power, and you connect it to the internet. With the NBN, they send you the modem, but then you need to schedule a technician to come out, you need to wait a week or so, and then you can get onto the internet. Just to show you the difference between everything you need for NBN versus everything you need for setting up wireless 4G, here's the wireless 4G router, you plug it into the wall and you're connected. In the bottom of it, you put your SIM card and you're done. You can move this around the house, there's no issues with it. You just plug it into power, connects to a 4G network, and you can move your internet around. I'll put that to the side though. Here's everything that has to come with the NBN. Of course, you have your router, you've got the power cable for it, you've got the Ethernet cable that connects it into the NBN modem, you've got the NBN that has to plug physically into the wall, you've got another power cable. Even just cable management and having things around your house, the NBN is much more messy, and because it's fixed into the wall, you can't move it around so easily. So that's another big plus for why I'd go with a 4G router. It's just so much easier to move around, set up and hide the cables. Trying to make all of this look neat was quite a hassle. With the 4G wireless router, it was super simple. It's got one cable plugged into the wall. There's very little cable management needed. It's really easy, really simple. When I got the NBN, there were so many cables, I just couldn't make any of it look tidy. I had to find a spot for everything. That within itself, to me, was just a headache. So doing a comparison of which is easier to set up, wireless 4G definitely wins. And then you have the added bonus of being wireless, you can actually move it around your house. So if you want to unplug it and put it into a different room, it's super easy. Whereas NBN, it's fixed into one section of your house, fixed into one wall. So the technician arrives, sets up the NBN and says, this is going to be way better than that wireless 4G you're using. You might as well just throw that thing out. But I figured, no, you know what, it's kind of expensive and I like it, so I just put it in the cupboard. Of course, the first thing I do with the NBN is run a speed test. And I was really disappointed because the speed test just hung. It actually didn't even load the website. So throughout the week of having the NBN, I was constantly running speed tests and just doing a comparison of what I thought the connection was like. And it was really quite poor. Working from home the majority of the time, my video calls wouldn't load because I didn't have the bandwidth. Simple web pages would take a while to load. And speed tests would often show that I was getting not even 5 megabits a second. It was about the 5-day mark where I grabbed the wireless 4G modem out of the cupboard, hooked it up and figured I'll do some speed tests for you guys. And lo and behold, the wireless 4G was smoking the NBN every single time. I've got some of those speed tests here just so you can see the comparison. The Huawei network is the wireless 4G and the NBN is on the Netcom. And the sad thing is, these were actually the fastest speeds I'd gotten all week out of the NBN router. So luckily I captured that for you, but these were the fastest speeds I was getting from the NBN. A lot of the times it was much slower than that, And the wireless 4G was doing its regular, 50 to 100 megabits a second, just awesome download speeds. So what happens next, right? I've locked into a 6-month contract with the NBN, a week in, and I already know I'm gonna hate it. And I start talking to Spintel, going through basically every single troubleshooting option there is, but nothing makes the NBN faster. And this is where I think Spintel, if you're looking for a service provider, Spintel in my opinion is one of the best ones out there because they're so accommodating. Although I'd locked into a 6-month contract with the NBN, we had the data to show that my wireless 4G was much faster than the NBN, and I wasn't getting the speeds that I was promised. So Spintel agreed to cancel the NBN, they'd waive all the early exit fees, and they'd reinstate my wireless 4G. And yes, I go back to paying, I guess, that $10 premium, but in my opinion, it was worth it because I'm getting much faster, much more stable internet speeds. It's kind of sad that 2 years ago, I made the decision to go with wireless 4G because NBN was getting such a bad rap. I tested again in 2020, 2 years later, and it seems that the network hasn't improved at all. The speeds are still terrible. Getting it set up in the first place is a bit of a hassle, and I just don't see any benefit to switching to the NBN. So if you're looking at moving to the NBN or getting wireless 4G, I definitely recommend putting a lot of thought into wireless 4G because I've just found that time and time again, it is a much better connection than what you get from the NBN. Cool, well that's my 2 cents. I hope you guys found this video useful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you really want to supercharge the way you use your PC, hit that subscribe button. And of course, have a great weekend. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.